Well, hey, and welcome to another episode of Beetle Dustino coming at you today. Uh, Still Beetle Dustino, but talking about my other love, Star Wars. And I do got some new vinyl Star Wars added to my collection thanks to my cousin. So we're going to do a little update on that to show you what's added to my collection here. But before we do get started with that, I do want to thank all my subscribers and thanks to any new subscribers. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And do hit the notification bell so you know when I got new videos coming out. Also, please give the video a like. It really does help out the channel. And do leave a comment. I love having a discussion with everybody. But let's get on with this next video. So yeah, I recently was down in the cities and was visiting with my cousin, and he had picked up a bunch of stuff for me and gave me some vinyl and stuff to add to my collection, and I'm sure he's excited. I'm going to talk about it here too. He knows I'm a Star Wars fan too. Most of this was Beatles and a little chunk of the Beach Boys and even smaller little chunk of Star Wars, which I was really excited to get. My other buddy that's big into Star Wars with me, when I told him about this, he was all excited too, and he wants to come over and sit and listen to these. So really created a good little hangout time for him and I. Let's get into this. It is on vinyl record, not the soundtrack, not the John Williams soundtrack, but the Star Wars, the story of Star Wars, dialogue and music from the original motion picture soundtrack. So, yeah. So real original John Williams stuff is on here, but and then it includes a 16-page full-color souvenir photo book. This one doesn't, though, unfortunately. But one interesting thing before I get showing too much on this, my buddy pointed out to me, he is such a nerd on all this, and he loves it, and I'm a nerd too, and I love being a nerd, so don't put us down for using that terminology or anything. We're nerds and we're proud of it. But R2 is not official here. As you can see, these little bands here should be blue, and he was telling me that this photo is banned by Lucasfilm, has been for many years to be used. So he was shocked when he saw this, that they used this. It was an early photo, and it's got totally unofficial markings on R2 there. So this was banned to be used. Must have slipped through in enough time when this came out, and I believe I was trying to find when this was released. It did say 1977, and it did come out on vinyl, compact cassette, 8-track and 4-track reel-to-reel. So you could get it in several different formats back then. And I'm not sure if that's true with all these. And this did achieve gold status in the album charts too. So pretty impressive on that. And this was basically before home video, before Betamax and VHS, all that came along. And then eventually DVD, Laserdisc. I totally skipped Laserdisc. I know there's other versions too in there of video, home video that's been out there. And Laserdisc, DVD, Blu-ray, 4K, all that. Now, this was about the only way you could enjoy Star Wars not going to the theater. And a lot of people would sit and listen to this that got so into the film. So this was kind of their way of listening to it. But yeah, let's take a look at the back here. I've talked so much on the cover and other history on it, but there's the back. Yeah, I was really excited he got these for me too. Just kind of a plain white inner sleeve on this. Really cool label though. And the disc looked to be in just perfect shape too. But Vista Records, I believe, Buena Vista Records, there we go. Buena Vista, that does make sense. So there's side 1 and side 2, I believe. Buena Vista, is that a Disney thing? Wow, Disney was tied in with it that long back. Yeah, but there's side 2. Unfortunately, no 16-page full-color booklet. It's still so cool to have the record, and the jacket's in great shape, the record's in great shape, so I'm really excited about that. Of course, not to be outdone, we also got The Empire Strikes Back, the story of The Empire Strikes Back. There is the cover. I don't know if there's anything unofficial on this cover, but still pretty cool. And then there is the back there. And I don't know if this was available in all the formats like the other one was. And this one did include the booklet. It was a 16-page full-color booklet. So there we go. There is the front of it. Still just looks like the album cover, I suppose, but I'll kind of page through and show you. I'm not going to hold too long because I never think I got a great angle at it, and I don't want to set up the camera a different way to splice it in. But here is the pictures here on it, and yeah, it's just really cool getting to see images from the film before the special edition. That's going to look a little different if you're only familiar with the special edition on, and that's going to look a little different too. There we go. I love this picture on the back. One of my favorite people. Yoda guides the way in my car too. I got a Funko Pop Yoda sitting in my center of my dash. So I love Yoda. There we go. Still on that really cool silver, white, and red Buena Vista Records label. Yoda sitting out there in the swamp there on Dagobah. That's so cool. The Star Wars nerd in me is coming out. You're used to the Beatles nerd. Oh no, Star Wars nerd is coming out. And the Beatles nerd in me always wonders what the Beatles thought of Star Wars. I'm not sure. I've never really looked too deep into that. You know, was Paul into it? Was, you know, John would have been able to see not just Star Wars, but also Empire Strikes Back. This was out before he passed, so well before he passed. So I'm curious if he ever got to see these. This is obviously my favorite film of all of them. So I love Empire Strikes Back. I love all Star Wars, but this is the true love right there. Yeah, but I always wonder that with the Beatles. Did they get to see that? If you know, let me know in the comments. I'll probably look into it now that I've spoke it out loud here. But I've always wondered how did the Beatles like Star Wars, if they liked it at all. I think Paul is kind of a comic book guy. So somehow I could see him being into that. For some reason I could see John being into it too. I don't know why. George and Ringo, I'm not sure. But yeah, of course, we got Star Wars and we've got Empire Strikes Back. We definitely got Return of the Jedi too. So the story of Return of the Jedi. Same deal on everything. Again, I'm curious if, you know, it had all the different formats too. There's the front and the back. Really an interesting image to represent Return of the Jedi too, I think. I don't know. Well, I suppose the Death Star 2 there and everything, but very different. I don't know. That's a different one. So unfortunately, this one is missing the book too. But again, the record's there. Jacket's in great shape. Record looks to be in great shape. That cool Buena Vista Records label. And this time Luke on the skiff there, battling against Jabba the Hutt and all that at the end and all his troops. But yeah, there we go. And it's fun to let my Star Wars freak flag fly every now and then with my Beatles freak flag and physical media, and especially vinyl and cassettes and that. I would be cool to see if I could track down like the reel-to-reel, especially. That's got me intrigued. I'd love to get collecting some reel-to-reel stuff. So I'd be on the lookout for. Yeah, I do want to get wrapping up though. Really kind of fun to talk about Star Wars too, and I hope, you know, this does get some views. I know I'm a Beatles themed channel. I love Star Wars too, and I know several of the other people in the vinyl community that do Beatles theme. I think you guys are all into it too. So anyways, I am going to get wrapping up. I don't want to make this one too long, just I was on 3 albums, but I wanted to get those out there. Had to throw on, I even wear Star Wars on my sleeve on this one, so there we go. There, that you might be able to see a little better, I don't know. But anyways, before I get rambling too much further, I want to thank all my subscribers, and thanks to any new subscribers once again. So if you haven't subscribed yet, whoa, there we go. Yeah, do or do not. There is no try. Do subscribe if you haven't yet. Do hit the notification bell also, so you know when I got my next video coming out. Also, please give it a like. If you've stuck around to this point, you must like it, so please give it a like. And do leave a comment. Don't try to leave a comment. Do leave a comment. All right. But anyways, before I get too much sillier here, Yoda was pretty silly, yet still so wise. So I don't know. I don't know if I got the wisdom part down. The silliness I got down. All right. And I don't drink. Somebody accused me of drinking. I got my cup here. This is water. I take a drink of water. At least I don't drink on my videos. I do have beer every now and then, which there might be a beer-centric channel started eventually. Drop a little breadcrumb there. Maybe you might see that coming here. It won't be Beetle Dustino. It'll be the whole new name, whole new alter ego. But yeah, I am going to get signing out. I am Beetle Dustino, signing out.